Oh, okay, there we go. Muted. Yeah, I always mute myself. What's up, guys? AW Aaron Warrior presenting you. Okay, yeah, this is my pop culture channel. AW Warrior Aaron Warrior channel. How are you doing on this beautiful Friday evening? Maybe a Saturday where you are. Just got done watching SmackDown. Hope you're all good. Um, Hope to see you guys in the chat. I just gonna put an invitation for Blind if he does want to come on. If he's free to come on, Blind is always free to come on. Uh, so tonight we're gonna be looking at Grace Randolph. Yeah, I haven't done Grace Randolph for 2 weeks. I haven't really done a lot of Grace Randolph lately. I kind of taken a bit of a slow down on her, but but I saw the Thunderbolts trailer breakdown that she did, and what got me a little frustrated, and I mentioned on the stream yesterday, is the fact that once again, not just her, but she did put in a thumbnail, Marvel Suicide Squad. That frustrated me. That really frustrated me. And obviously the trailer dropped this Monday, so we're gonna do her reaction to the trailer. Her not her reaction. She already had a reaction. I mean her breakdown, the Easter eggs to the trailer. We're gonna break it down because Blinded. I know Blinded's not here in the chat, but he's always free to join if he's free free to join because he's working on assignments because it's school. But he's always welcome on. Okay. So, but he told me it's not the Grace. It was terrible. Grace did a bad job, but it was not good. Not good. It was not good. All right. Yeah, I'm back, guys. All right. I'm sorry. I had to type something. All right. Thunderbolts. You saw my trailer. I did the trailer. My reaction, my breakdown, and we went over a little bit of Cappy on his reaction breakdown to it. Okay. And we're gonna go. Marvel Studios has nothing left to prove to nobody at all. Yeah. People were rooting for DC Studios. Well, people are still rooting for him. Ah, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm checking my DMs, chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm checking my DMs right now. It's going off right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I want to. Thunder. This is. I don't mean to. I don't mean to be distracted like this. I once again apologize. All right. All right. Let's. All right. So yeah, Grace Randolph did the trailer, and it was terrible, according to Blinded. One of my calls. So that was terrible. It's not good. You know what? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm sorry if I felt a little distracted. All right, here's Grace Randolph. Let me take the description down below the banner out of the way so you can see me over there, even though I'm not important. Yeah. Oh yeah, do me a favor. Make sure to like, share, subscribe down below, please. Please. If you're especially new, if you're new, uh, and you like what you see, please subscribe. If and like, please. Okay? Because we're gonna talk about this right now. Alright, so yeah, so 21 minutes long. This is 21 minutes long. We're gonna try our best to do this in 21 minutes. Alright. And yeah, come in my chat, guys. If you're into like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you, Jeffrey. So yeah, we're gonna go over Grace, and I heard, yeah, like I said, I heard it's not good, according to Blinded, and we're gonna go over and see what she says because I haven't watched this. 21 minutes long, and we're gonna do this together, guys. We're gonna do this together, okay? Together. Okay, let's start.
If they're a little ticked off with some of the negative, toxic coverage of their content, or it's an interesting situation. But they have not removed the block, so I'm doing. That's why I wasn't able to react to the trailer, and that's why I'm doing a different type of breakdown. I'm going to do the stills breakdown, but don't worry. This is in some ways perhaps even better because there are pluses and minuses. I like being able to go over specific shots with you and the flow of the trailer,
Okay, get to it.
do in a classic breakdown. But this way, we still have plenty of information to go over, and I will share my thoughts on the trailer with you. All right, so remember when Kevin Feige heard about Batman v Superman and thought, that's a good idea, yoink, and he ended up trouncing that movie good. Well, obviously, audiences
Ready, her first fucking mistake.
Love the idea of Suicide Squad. It's become a huge brand for DC, right up there with the Justice League at this point. Even if the movies haven't.
Her first mistake. Her first mistake. Right off the bat. And I wish Blinded was listening. Blinded, if you're listening and you want to come in, because I know Blinded is the same viewpoint as me. This is nothing like the Suicide Squad. Nothing. These characters are in this movie are nothing like the Suicide Squad. Nothing. There's no comparison. Comparison. I don't think that's even a word. There's no fucking comparison between the two groups. What? Oh, do you think they're villains? Do you think they're villains? Red Guardian is not a villain. U.S. Agent is not a villain. Okay. Okay, not an villain. Ghost, yeah, technically she was a villain, but she was taking jobs. She was kind of a black ops, assassin. Taskmaster was brainwashed. Bucky was brainwashed. He's not a villain. After being brainwashed, that was gone. He was still a good guy. Yelena, yeah, she's not technically a villain anymore. Okay, they're not villains. Every member of the Suicide Squad was a villain. Because they're in prison. Prison. Okay? Prison. They're nothing alike. Okay? This Thunderbolts group variation of this Thunderbolts is nothing like the Suicide Squad from the previous regime that did the DCU, the DCU. Nothing alike. There's no comparison. I'm sorry. No comparison. She's wrong. She doesn't know anything because I know she does. She does her research on stuff. It's true. I'll give credit. Grace does do research, or her research is wrong. Her research is wrong.
Been on steady ground. And DC, to some degree, still struggles to capitalize on the popularity of the Suicide Squad. Not for
Newsflash: Harley Quinn is more popular than any of those characters. In the
lack of trying. And so Feige once again thinks, good idea. Yoink!
Yeah. Yoink. Yoink. None of these characters are. If you look at the Thunderbolt comics, none of these characters are really Thunderbolt characters. Okay? They're a group of second place or second sidekick or supporting characters or supporting villains. Ghost wasn't even the main villain of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay? Right? I have to type something. Okay? Ghost? Taskmaster is not even the main villain of the film.
Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts is a long-running comic book.
Okay. I have a question for you, Grace. Thunderbolts, who's there? Zemo, right? Zemo's a villain. There. Zemo was a villain. Zemo's a villain. He has more of a case of being the Thunderbolts than half this team. Actually, not half his team. About 75% of his team. He has more of a case. If you ask me. Okay? Grace?
To be honest with you, is okay. I'm sure a couple of, one or two of you are like, Dear Grace, it's the best comic book ever written. Well, I'm glad you like it so much.
What? What is he talking? Is she talking about? Oh, I can't stand this woman sometimes. She doesn't piss me off like Eric July or Ash, because they're not. She's not like them. She makes me laugh. Okay. Yeah. See, that's the thing, right? May feel like the Suicide Squad. But for our hardcore people, we know there's nothing like the Suicide Squad. At least the MCU version is nothing like the Suicide Squad. Because each of these characters are not villain. We're never really villains of their free will. Okay? And don't mind Sam. Don't mind the stream that's bot telling you not to do long messages. Keep the long messages. It's fine. Don't mind it. Okay. Yeah. And look, I'll be fair, Sam. She's not the only one that says this is Marvel Suicide Squad. She's not the only one. I've seen others. But she's one of the biggest. She's one of the biggest movie pundits on YouTube. So, but she is wrong.
It's originally a team of villains. Originally, it was a team of villains pretending to be superheroes. And over the years...
but the thing is, Bucky Barnes is not pretending to be a superhero. He's a good guy. U.S. Agent is not pretending to be a superhero. He's just a disgraced soldier. Red Guardian doesn't think himself as a villain. He thinks he's doing what is right. And also, Taskmaster really was brainwashed. You can't say she's particularly a villain of her free will. Ghost, um, yeah, she was a thief, but she wasn't like a killer. Well, she was a killer, but like for the government, so you can't believe she's a villain. Who else am I looking at? Yelena, maybe the closest one. Hey, sideways. But the thing is, the Suicide Squad. I'm gonna go over the movies. Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn character was a villain working for the Joker. Love interest of the Joker, villain. Deadshot, yes, had a daughter, loved his daughter, but he took hits. Whether it's a good guy or a bad guy, takes hits, right? It's assassin. Captain Boomerang, was a villain. Okay, Killer Croc is a villain. Now Diablo, yes, he loved his family, right? And that's what got him arrested by accidentally bringing down his family. But Diablo was a gangster, okay, 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 a gangster. He knew the consequences. I don't know who else. Katana was not a villain. The other Suicide Squad, Peacemaker thinks himself as a good guy, but he was still a villain. What's his name? Bloodsport is assassin. Okay. The difference between the live action versions of the Suicide Squad and the Thunderbolts is the live action versions of the Suicide Squad is that they're villains. They were villains. They got incarcerated in prison and stuff, and they had the bomb implanted, and then if they went rogue, if they did not obey orders, their fucking head gets blown up, right? And if they do succeed, they do carry out their mission, they get their sentence reduced. And that's what happened, right? Deadshot got a sentence reduced, get to see his daughter more. That's what happens, right? But these characters are never been in prison. Oh, thank you, Summer. Thank you, Summer. Yeah, Tony, I'll let you all know if Summer, I don't know if you're still here. Tony canceled the stream today. He was supposed to stream today. Let you all know. But appreciate it. Oh yeah, pretty much sideways. Pretty much. But he's not a villain. U.S. agent's not a villain. Yes, he murdered that guy, but that guy was a kill. I mean, yeah. So yeah, he wasn't supposed to kill that guy. But let's not pretend that guy wasn't a terrorist, a bad guy, either. He's just got discharged. All right, discharged, is stripped of the Captain America title and becomes U.S. agent. Exactly. I'll be right back, guys. I'll continue on. I'll continue on in a minute. Hey, Anthony. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, thing is, I was gonna talk. I might do 2 streams Sunday. Let you know. Wait. I don't have a stream tomorrow, do I? I don't have a stream plan for tomorrow. I might do a stream tomorrow talking about this. Or I might do 2 streams Sunday. So I might do a DC stream this week. Look on the lookout for that. Let you all know. But I'm back. Where the hell was I? It's good to see you, Anthony. I forgot where it was. All right, let's continue on.
They've continued to assemble for different reasons, usually involving trying to get a pardon for their previous crimes. And they sometimes work with heroes who are either going through their own rough times or feel they can help these villains. They're no neck bombs.
Yeah, but the Suicide Squad doesn't work with heroes, though. They don't work with the heroes. In fact, sometimes they fight against the heroes. I guarantee you they're not going to get a neck bomb in here. Okay? They're not going to be... Fuck. If somehow Val inserts a chip in their fucking head as a bomb forcing them to do this, and if they don't do what she tells her to, what she tells them to do, and she fucking blows up one of their heads off, I'll be fucking pissed off. Because I'll be like, yeah, this is a fucking whip-off of the Suicide Squad. God, I don't think they're going to do that, but if they do that, I'll be like, yeah. What? Carl Anthony Towns? Really? Why? Really? I gotta see this. Why? Why would they send one of their best players? Why? Why would the Knicks want to send one? Why would the Timberwolves want to send the best players to the Knicks? I mean, the Wolves were like in the second, third round last year. They could easily compete for a championship and possibly make it to a championship. Why would they send Towns? I mean, they must get a good return. There has to be a fucking good return, man. Probably like Mitch Robertson, maybe Julius Randle. I don't know. Has to be a good return. But that's fucking crazy, though. But Towns is a good center, but he's terrible defensively. And the Knicks were a good team defensively. But Towns and Brunson, look out. But I gotta get back to this. Julius Randle, Dante Vincenzo for Towns. They should get more. I'm sorry. Like, Randle's a good centerpiece, but like, they should ask for it. They should get more than that. More than that, man. Just saying. Well, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, Anthony Edwards, right? Yeah, they're building on Anthony Edwards. Clearly building on Edwards. No. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Sam. You're right. I mean, like, Viola Davis, but Amanda Waller is fit. From what we could tell, she's a lot more vicious, a lot more no nonsense type. Yeah, and you're right. They have to pay Anthony Edwards, and they are paying Rudy Gobert a lot. And guys, we have to understand, Marvel and DC, they have people, they have groups, they have characters that are very familiar to each other. So okay. So it's not surprising, guys. But let's continue on.
Though, it's still Marvel. No, but it doesn't go that far. Now the comic, it has a couple of fans. They keep bringing it back.
It's not being rated R.
But then I think there's something to be said for the fact they keep rebooting it and playing around with the roster because they're like, this is a good idea, darn it.
Look at the villains. Look at these comics. She puts up the Thunderbolts. Notice on the left, you see Red Hawk, Elektra, Punisher, and Deadpool. Better suited for the Thunderbolts, right? Look here, right? Yeah, you do see Bucky here. And yes, some of these characters in MCU in the comics were suited for the Thunderbolts in the comics. But the MCU versions of these characters are not suited for Thunderbolts. That's the difference. That's the difference I'm trying to make. That's the difference I'm trying to make, guys. Okay. Yeah, Hawkeye, yeah. But like the Hawkeye in here would not fit Thunderbolts. The MCU would not fit Thunderbolts. He's an Avenger. Why would he be in the Thunderbolts, right? Like he's an Avenger. And then the thing is, Bucky technically is an Avenger, right? Isn't Bucky technically an Avenger? I guess. I don't know. You never really. I mean, yeah, he was in Avenger movies, but not every character was an Avenger, right? In the last two Avenger movies. I did think. I don't know. Let's continue on.
We can make this work. And you're like, can you? And they're like, well, try this one. It's had many rosters over the years, none of which, by the way, look like this roster for the movie. I mean, all of these characters, or most of these characters.
Because most of this roster doesn't fit. Oh, me and Blinded have a theory what this movie could lead up to. I like the idea. I actually like it. But me and Blinded have a theory what this movie, what the Bane and Deathstroke could be. And I think I might talk about it tomorrow. Just before Gabbing Geeks with Tony.
Characters have been on the Thunderbolts at one point, but not at the same time. This doesn't look like any of the versions of the team in the comics. The most notable Thunderbolts members are Baron Zemo, the leader, basically.
Yeah, so you see, why is Zemo not here, right? You would think, we're not calling you Red Guardian, buddy. You would think Baron Zemo would be be a part of the Thunderbolts, because he makes sense. Yeah, it's weird that the Thunderbolts are going to appear in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Yeah, that's confirmed that they are going to be in that movie. That's confirmed. They have confirmed the Thunderbolts are going to end up in those Avenger movies. That's not scoops. That's not speculation. It's confirmed. Okay, but like Zemo is Zemo would fit better with the Thunderbolts, right? Oh yeah. Fantastic Four 100. Like they're the most logical heroes to make sense with Doctor Doom. Obviously, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Songbird's in about like Bucky might be classified as Avengers adjacent. He's probably not official even after Infinity War Endgame, based off how people regard him and Falcon Winter Soldier. Yeah, that's possible. You could be right. Also, she actually might be in this movie. There is a character named Mel in this movie. I don't know if that's Songbird or not, but it's hinting that it might be Songbird in the MCU. And she is in the trailer too. Just not.
He started out as the Amanda Waller early on. And Songbird, who was basically the team's Harley Quinn, although Feige has his own Harley Quinn here as well, as we'll discuss. Songbird's power, besides having a cool look, Her power is a sonic scream.
Yeah.
Like Black Canary.
Yeah, she's a Marvel's Black Canary. Yeah. She's a Marvel's Black Canary. Thank you. She is a Marvel's Black Canary. Oh, are you kidding me? I'll be right back because I can't see on my screen. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now I gotta get this up again. Don't worry. Everything is fine. I still got the trailer. Let's continue.
But apparently,
Grace. Okay. Yelena is Marvel's Harley Quinn. I don't know about that. I mean, they're really, really different. I think it's Florence Pugh. Trey's official. I think it's Florence Pugh, man. Florence Pugh. That's the reason why. Margot Robbie and Florence Pugh. Let me see what they got in return. Oh, that's just a weird trade. The Knicks have acquired carefully talents from the Timberwolves for Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and a first-round pick via Pistons. Pistons? That could be a good pick. But that's so weird. Yeah. Yelena is Marvel's Harley Quinn. She said that. U.S. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Here, can we don't have to. The thing is, we compare the Avengers. Some people compare the Avengers to the Justice League. I don't like comparing the Avengers to the Justice League. The Avengers are more of a government form group, right? Where the Justice League is more of an independent kind of group, banned by a group of heroes, right? Right? A group of heroes in DC, right? I don't like the comparison, honestly. That comparison. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I still think the Wolves will be fine though. I think the Timberwolves will be fine. They got Edwards. They still got Gobert. I like the trade. I think they'll still be fine, but I don't know if this still. I don't know if this makes them a better. I don't know if this makes them a contender. Yeah, essentially supposed to be polka dot man. Yeah. Essentially, to see what she says. Essentially supposed to be polka dot man. Yeah, it's a good point, Red.
she can do other things with sonic waves as well, like blasts, etc. Neither Zemo nor Songbird seem to be in this movie, which is weird because Baron Zemo is already in the MCU and has been made quite popular thanks to Falcon
Who said Songbird's not in the movie?
and Winter Soldier. He's even currently in government custody, although, I mean, last time we saw him. And Songbird.
Yeah, but he has connections, right? He went back to prison, but he still has connections, right? Wasn't he responsible for the bombing of that van that wrapped up the remaining members of what they call the Smashers? The Smashers. That when they wangled up all this remaining members of the Smashers, wasn't he responsible for the bombing of that van or whatever? Not the van, but the back of that truck that they were all in. Like I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember that much. Hi TJ, it's good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I know TJ. No Tony today. Busy today. Brunson, Mikael Bridges, OG, and Josh Hart. Yeah. The only problem is it's a good team. It's healthy. The only problem is OG gets hurt. And Towns is good offensively, but defensively he's not good. Towns is not good defensively. And he does play a different game than Mitch Robertson, right? Because Mitch Robertson is more of an inside big, and Towns is more of an outside big, right? That could shoot.
Could easily fill in for Taskmaster. Nobody wants Taskmaster here. Although that would mean introducing two
nobody
new
does want
characters
Taskmaster. You're right.
along with
Where's Tony? I
Sentry,
want
and
Tony
this
in
is a
here.
movie, not a series. Do they have that kind of time? And Songbird would compete with Yelena for screen time, and they would be competing Harley Quinn types in the movie. And that
Fuck it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop with the Harley Quinn types. Oh my god! Can we stop comparing? Can we stop doing this? Yelena is nothing like Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is a lot more popular character than Yelena. Okay? Oh god. People love Florence Pugh. Don't get me wrong. People love Florence Pugh. But people love Margot Robbie too. Yeah, oh, I hope God, no, please. No. No, TJ, don't put that kind of garbage in there. Better not be Birds of Prey.
that seems unnecessary. And Yelena, I'm loving Yelena here, so I would like to keep Florence Pugh. Thank you very much. Hawkeye, by the way.
Did you hear the Deadpool and Wolverine? Disney is trying to get Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds nominated for the Oscars for award season. I'm like, dude, you're in a Marvel movie. You're not gonna get nominated. You're not gonna win. Let's not give him ideas. Yeah, I know.
Speaking of MCU characters, and Yelena, of course, appeared in his series. Hawkeye has a very long history with the Thunderbolts as well, but is not involved.
Yeah, because this Hawkeye doesn't fit with the Thunderbolts. This Hawkeye doesn't fit with the premise of how the Thunderbolts is going to be. Like the team. Why would Hawkeye, like, he just doesn't fit. It's possible, Sam. It's possible. You're right. Marvel does this, guys. Marvel does this. But, like, Hawkeye in MCU does not fit. I know, Deadpool movie isn't high art. No. It's a fun movie. It's a good movie, fun movie. But it isn't, like, it's not anything special. It's not Oscar worthy, man. but Hawkeye in the MCU there's nothing in the MCU. If he was Ronin, but if he was Ronin, but he got rid of that Ronin character, right? Ronin's gone. He's not like that anymore. He's past that. He got over that. He felt guilty about being Ronin, so it doesn't fit him anymore.
In this film either. The Thunderbolts, though, are actually the most famous for becoming the Dark Avengers.
And that's just what do you think the Azarus is for, man? Guys? What do you think of Azarus in the title? Right? Remember, Thunderbolts is named in the movie, but it also has the Azarus in the title, right? What do you think that means? Yeah, you think they're going to become they're going to call themselves the Thunderbolts? They might be the Dark Avengers, but even the Dark Avengers, they're pure villains, though. The Dark Avengers are pure villains, though. The Thunderbolts are not even pure villains, but the Dark Avengers are pure third. You got Moonstone. Moonstone was a pure villain, posing as Miss Marvel here. This is Miss Marvel, but she's Captain Marvel now. Iron Patriot is basically Green Goblin, Norman Osborn. You got Daken. Daken is Wolverine's son. And so on. Even the Dark Avengers are pure villains. These are not pure villains. And even though the fact that they might be called Dark Avengers, but the Dark Avengers were pure villains. That's the difference. So the MCU Dark Avengers might be different. Will be different. But that's kind of an old comic, man, because Moonstone, there's yeah, Bullseye. Bullseye's a pure villain too. Like that's the difference. It really doesn't it doesn't make sense for this team to be called the Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers. Honestly, if you really think about it, it doesn't make sense for them to be called the Thunderbolts of the Avenger or the Dark Avengers in the MCU because none of them are pure villains. Okay, like these characters, these Dark Avengers, like the comics she's showing right here, it makes sense for them to become the Dark Avengers because they're faking, they're pretending. These characters in the MCU, if they are really become the Dark Avengers, it doesn't. It's a different. It would be a different. It'll be different. Oh, Justin Hammer. Yeah, good point. Even he's yeah. See, it's the same problem. It's the same. It's the same problem. It's the same problem in the MCU. It's the same problem. I'm sorry, with the characters you have in the MCU, it's the same problem. Yeah, because not all of them are really villains. All like TJ, all of them, if you really watch them, they're not all villains. If you really think about it. But like, if you really think about it, Dark Avengers and villains don't fit in these characters. Because I can easily make the case for most of the people in this movie are not villains. I don't think Bucky was ever a villain. Yeah, Bucky was one of the antagonists, but he wasn't free will. Taskmaster wasn't free will. I don't think I wouldn't say U.S. Agent's a villain, right? U.S. Agent is a villain. Yeah, he's this great soldier, but he's not technically a villain. Better's Master's Evil is better, but I don't even think that works. The problem is this team they're lining up does not work for Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers, Master's Evil. Yeah. Thank you, TJ. That's a good point right there. Like Zemo would work. Because Zemo freaking did bomb basically the building that killed T'Challa's father. Zemo would work. And guess what? Unlike most of his characters here, that was him. Free will. He did it. He made that decision. He wasn't brainwashed or anything. Exactly, TJ. Thank you. Like, I don't think this team works for any group. Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts. I don't think it works. MCU put himself in the hole with this. I'm sorry.
Wars.
When they did Suicide Squad movie. Whatever you think it was good or bad, the Suicide Squad movie made fucking sense, right? Harley Quinn made sense, right? Deadshot made sense. Captain Boomerang made sense. I would cancel, finally, maybe, yeah. See, like, the Suicide Squad roster made sense, okay? Yeah, they may not have Killer Frost or... Well, they did have Shark in the second one. But you get my point.
During Civil War, it was Norman Osborn who talked the U.S. government into policing superheroes, and he used the Thunderbolts as his enforcers. Then, after Civil War was over and the superheroes were, dealing with the repercussions of that, Norman Osborn started Hammer, his version of S.H.I.E.L.D. Norman Osborn was considered legit, although we all knew that he wasn't as comic book readers. But he started Hammer. Victoria Hand was his second in command, who has a look, by the way, a lot like the...
Yeah, she does look like... Victoria Hand does kind of look like Val. I'm curious if this is on purpose. I'm curious if this is on purpose. Yeah, she's Val, but I'm curious if they wanted to make her look like Victoria Hand. Because if I remember correctly, Val has a streak, right? Didn't Val have a purple streak in one of the other MCU? I forget which one. Was it Black Panther that she had a streak, a purple streak? And Val, and Victoria Hatton has a purple streak, right? But I remember Val had like a purple streak of her hair, right? Wasn't her hair purple for a little bit in one of the other movies? Was it Black Panther? I'm sure it was. It was either Black Panther, or the ending of Black Widow. It was one of those movies. If someone could remember that for me and put it in the chat, I would really appreciate it. All right, let's continue.
MCU's Val, and used the Avengers as a front, with himself and the Thunderbolts pretending to be the latest heroes to wear the mantles that the general public loved. Sentry, by the way, was all
Abomination. Let's see. Abomination is still in the government. No. Abomination's free. Yeah, he's free. Remember, he's free. When Jennifer Walter She-Hulk, got him free. Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. You're right. I remember that. I remember she did have the streak. Yeah. But yeah, he's free and he's kind of reformed. So, yeah, you would think he would have been a good Thunderbolts candidate. Exactly.
also a member on that team. All right, so let's transition to over to the MCU and how Feige has handled these same developments. Because the comic book offered a really nice blueprint.
And
Feige, it's interesting. It's we've been like George R.R. Martin, stop picking on House of the Dragon. Although little changes have blossomed or butterflied, as George R.R. Martin put it, into real problems now for the MCU. And so maybe that's what George R.R. Martin was talking about. But anyway, here, General Ross has been filling in for Norman Osborn, or at least he was. And now, though, he's over in Captain America 4 as President Ross now for the MCU. And so maybe that's what George R. become the Red Hulk. Now, though, he's over in Captain America 4 as President Ross, and he's now become the Red Hulk, who's been on the Thunderbolts.
Oh, by the way, she has a heart, not a heart on. She's wet for. She loves the Red Hawk. I mean, like, she was horny all over Red Hawk. Oh yeah, and she was killed off in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched the first season. I watched multiple seasons, but she was in the first season and she was killed off. She was killed off in the first season. I remember that exactly. She was killed off in the first season. Yeah, they can't do anything with Blonsky now.
By the way, and General Ross's nickname is Thunderbolt, but in the comics, the team was actually not named after him. What? That's ridiculous. And he's not.
You see? Here, this Thunderbolt team. Yeah, Punisher, anti-hero. Deadpool, kind of anti-hero. Thunderbolt was an anti-hero. Elektra, kind of anti-hero. The thing is, this makes more sense for the Thunderbolts because they're not villains per se, but they're not full-fledged self-righteous heroes, right? The Suicide Squad is a different story. There's no anti-heroes in the Suicide Squad. There's not one anti-hero in the Suicide Squad. Okay? You know what fucking Jason Todd in the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad has no fucking anti-heroes. Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad was not an anti-hero, okay? She's a fucking Joker's girlfriend. Deadshot wasn't an anti-hero, okay? Boomerang is not an anti-hero. Not Killer Croc. Peacemaker you might say he was he might be in the movie though. There's a rumor he might be in the movie, but I'm like,
in this movie again, he's not in the movie. He's over in Captain America 4.
I'm almost 50 minutes in, and we're only at the 6-minute mark. Oh my god. Venom was the Thunderbolts, but yeah, that was what's his name? Flash Thompson's version, right?
As the villain. Well, starts out as the villain. I'm sure, like all Marvel villains, he'll either be killed or redeemed to some degree, as we'll.
Yeah, that's a good point. This King Smart is smarter than this whore. King Shark.
Discuss here because that's a little bit of a problem now that they're trying to assemble a team of villains. All right, so enter Val, who again seems to
she
be
has the
partially.
white streak. Oh, not the purple streak. Well, I'll let you know, Harrison Ford, when he came on board for the MCU, signed a 2-picture deal. One for Captain America, and I believe it might be this movie. This movie. I could be wrong, but I know apparently he signed a 2-picture deal with Marvel Studios. Yeah, Val has. She's the head of CIA. Yeah, like I don't think Val is a villain per se. She's just someone in the government is willing to do anything to get things done. Like, okay.
Modeled after Victoria Hand. A lot of us felt that way as soon as we saw her. She's named after a different character in the comics, but she's very Victoria Hand coded. And she seems to be taking over for Norman Osborn to actually run the group herself, who are not only a ragtag.
The different. If she is one of Madame Hydra. Yeah, I mean, sideways. You know, one of my points, one of my thoughts were, what if Hydra is coming back? Just Val secretly rule confirmed. Was it weird how it was in the MCU? She was married to what's her name? Her name? Oh, his name. Martin Freeman's character. What was his name again? Who was Martin Freeman's character from Black Panther? What was his name again? I'm blanking on his name. But he was married. They were married, right? Oh yeah, she is Madam Hydra, but also we got Ophelia Sarkeesian or something like that. It sounds like, I think, yeah, the other Madam Hydra, her last name sounds like Anita Sarkeesian's last name. It's weird. Viper, yeah, but Viper's a different name, isn't it? Viper's a different character. I mean, we saw Viper, man. X-Men, not X-Men, Wolverine, the Wolverine, the second of the Wolverine trilogy. We saw Viper. She's a snake mutant, right? The snake poison mutant. Maybe. Yeah. That too. Yeah, she was married to Bilbo. Yeah. This is. I think that's correct. There's a lot of. Yeah.
That group within the MCU, but of the MCU. You got to mix a
There's a lot of people from the Hobbit trilogy that are in the MCU. Everett Ross, thank you, but not related to Thunderbolt. Yeah. There's a lot of characters from the Hobbit trilogy that are in the MCU. Bilbo Baggins, Martin Freeman's MCU, right? Lee Pace, the Elf King. The Elf King is Ronan from Guardians, right? Benedict Cumberbatch was the voice of Sauron and Smaug, right? He was the voice of Smaug and Sauron and he's Doctor Strange. The elf woman, Eugenia Lilly, right? She's a Hope. Who else? Is another one. I guess if you want to count Gandalf, technically Gandalf.
Disney Plus characters here and characters from movies that were not particularly well received by fans. Oh, way to make it a challenge, Feige. With the exception, of course, of Bucky, who is a huge fan favorite, known for incredible action sequences. However, Word has been that he does not have a huge part in the movie, although that was going around a while ago. So hopefully they realized what a mistake.
I think that's bullshit. Oh, Andy Serkis, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Andy Serkis. That's a good point. I forgot. But yeah, Bucky's gonna have a bigger Bucky's they're not gonna waste Bucky's screen time. Come on. It's not gonna be he's gonna have he's gonna have a lot of screen time. Yeah.
That was and have added more of him to the film. But one big reason that some of us are excited to see him included here, not only because of his
Nobody cares about Taskmaster. I'm sorry. Nobody fucking cares about Taskmaster. They butchered that character. If that was Tony Master's Taskmaster, that would have been so much and it was written differently from Black Widow, I would be all for it. And Ghost, nobody fucking cares about Ghost either. I'm sorry. Claw was wasted in the MCU in general. Kate Blanchett and Hugo Weaving. We forgot Hugo Weaving from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Hugo Weaving too, because he was a Red Skull in the Captain America movie, but he wasn't Red Skull in the Avenger movies. Hugo Weaving also. Can't forget that. Yeah, Ghost. I mean, and Ghost is not an Ant-Man Wasp villain. Ghost wasn't Ghost an Iron Man villain? If I remember correctly, Ghost is an Iron Man villain, right?
History with the team, and because he's a cool character, but because in the comics, Bucky ended up having a pretty hot romance with Natasha.
Also, Red Guardian was not the father of, the adopted father of Natasha and Yelena. Red Guardian was actually the love interest and married to, his name was Alexei, but in the comics, Red Guardian was married to Natasha. But they tried so many times with failed romance. Like Natasha, they tried a couple times to build a romance with Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow character in the MCU. They tried a couple times to build a romance with her, try to develop a romance with her as one half, and nothing. 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 Nothing, man. Nothing. Remember the awkward relationship? Remember the awkward flirting between her and the Hawk? In Age of Ultron? Remember that? Alright, let's continue.
Brought together by their shared history of mind control and brainwashing by Russia. So many of us are thinking that in the MCU, perhaps it will be Bucky and Yelena who become a couple. Although
I'm gonna buy a bet on it. I don't think Yelena and Bucky are gonna become a couple. I don't see it. Not every character in the MCU needs to be in a relationship. A romantic relationship. That's true, Sam. Not every MCU character needs to be in a romantic relationship, okay? Not all of them. Not all of them. Only ones that fits the character, okay? I mean, Mary Jane, Peter Parker, that works, okay? But not every character needs to be in a fucking romantic relationship. I mean, right? Like seriously. Yeah, yeah, she's a slut. Black Widow's a slut. So She-Hulk. She-Hulk's a slut because she sleeps around.
Gotta say, I don't know if Bucky is as formidable as he is can handle this version of Yelena because she has major main character energy. I'm loving her here.
What?
Yelena because she has major main character energy.
What does that mean? He can't handle the Elena because she has main character energy. What the hell does that mean? Are you telling me Bucky Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier is one of the main characters too of this film, cannot handle Yelena, who's also a main character? What is that supposed to mean? What the fuck? I don't get that. What? What? Are you telling me Yelena is gonna be the main focus of the show and that yeah, She-Hulk would question me too, man. I seriously don't get what she's trying to say. It's like she's weird, like she doesn't make sense sometimes.
Energy. I'm loving her here. Although I don't know, I could see them maybe as a couple. It would be interesting. Also, this movie, what do you think? Do you see them together maybe?
No.
Also, this movie's major calling card is obviously supposed to be the introduction of Sentry to the MCU.
Sentry looks so damn. If this is Sentry, yeah, he has the hair, but I don't. He needs to look a little more buff. Yeah, does Grace somehow know they would cancel each other out or something? Yeah, I don't know, man. But I think Sentry need. If this is gonna be Sentry, he needs to look a little more buff. He is a little too small to be Sentry. I'm not asking him to be overly buff, but like I don't know, at least some muscle he should put on. I know, I know. Wizard wants to be crushed by She-Hulk. I'm not surprised. But that's his name. That's his name.
AKA Bob.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Don't put the if he does wear a costume, don't put a fucking giant S as his belt buckle. I think it would look really really dumb. Really really dumb. Live action. I'm sorry. It really looks dumb. Like fuck. You know, Sentry looks cool, but he could do without the giant S belt buckle, man. Keep saying it, TJ. Keep saying it, buddy. You can say it as much as you want.
I think they're hoping might be their Homelander, and we're already seeing some coding for that. We'll talk about all the
Yeah, I don't think he's even like Homelander at all.
characters in depth in just a moment, but first I want to share my overall thoughts on the trailer, particularly because I wasn't able to post my reaction. It
I thought she had
doesn't look as cinematic as I would like it to, and it does seem a little bit more restrained than Deadpool and Wolverine. Like Feige still has full control over this movie. He did seem to step back a bit from Deadpool and Wolverine and let Ryan Reynolds work his magic, which we all appreciated.
Yep, she's right. Yeah, I know. No essential. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have it. I know he's gonna have it. We did see it. Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, because Deadpool Wolverine is not very MCU-like. It's filmed like a classic Deadpool movie. This in the trailer, this is very clearly an MCU movie. Filmed like an MCU movie. Deadpool Wolverine was clearly very similar to a Fox style movie. That's true. There's a Fox style movie in the MCU. That's a fact. That's true. So I tend to agree. I tend to agree. I do agree that maybe Kevin Feige did hold back and let Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy have a little bit more free reign on the Deadpool Wolverine movie than this movie. I kind of agree with that. There, I think I would agree there with Grace.
And also, I would say that this trailer, I think, needs more action. It makes me a little bit concerned that the film does not have enough action. But I like the characters here so much, the main personalities, that I'm still very interested in the film. And I'm hoping that it will end up delivering on the action when all is said and done. Although right now, if you told me this was an upcoming Disney Plus series, I'd believe you. That's what it looks like to me. Not only because...
She think. Oh, she says. Oh, if this is a Disney Plus series, I actually believe you. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, man. That's not a good thing, brother. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Not a good thing, guys. Yeah, Hyperion is like Homelander, not freaking Sentry, man. Sentry's unhinged, multi personalities, right? Stuff like that. OP character. Homelander doesn't have multi personality or stuff like that, right? Like,
because of the characters that have been chosen, but also while I loved Beef, that was also a streaming series as well. So you don't have, I think the director there might have worked on one movie, but you don't have like really legit movie experience on, any of the behind the scenes talent here, which might be having an effect on the way the film looks. I also don't.
Also, guys, so you don't know this. Marvel, the actors and actresses that participate in Marvel films, you know how actors and actresses, when they sign onto a film, they read the script first, right? They read the script first, and if they like it, they may sign on the film, right? With Marvel, that's not the case. That is not the case. That you know. They sign. They read the script after being put in the after signing into the film. Yeah. This is true. This is true. Well, not just U.S. agents. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Chinese Sentry. This is true.
I don't feel any of these characters are that evil. With Dark Avengers, it was like, whoa. Like Bullseye was
she made my point.
Posing as Hawkeye. Venom was posing as Spider-Man. Wolverine's evil son, Dakin, was posing as his dad. And you had Norman freaking Osborn, drawn to look like Tommy Lee Jones, as Iron Patriot.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Here, these are already anti-heroes. You're like, you guys are already kind of good guys, right? So it takes a little of the punch out of the team when they're first introduced. You're not like, this is...
But here's the thing. That contradicts everything you said about saying this is Marvel Suicide Squad. That contradicts that your earlier point in the video. Grace, that contradicts everything you said earlier in the video, saying this is Marvel Suicide Squad. This point right here contradicts that.
A team of villains. You're like, oh yeah, it's the B or C team. Although I think I'll just say it here, I guess. I think what's interesting though is that because the MCU unfortunately.
Why on these posters it say July 9th? Well, except for this one. Except for Falcon Winter Soldier, but they all say July 9th. I don't understand it. Why do they say July 9th? What does that mean? What came out July 9th? Yeah, they don't even fit the Dark Avengers.
It makes a choice to kill or redeem its villains as soon as they're introduced, like right away in the same project, movie or series. While that sucks for forming the Thunderbolts, it does seem to be how they've adjusted the raison d'etre of the team. Because once the MCU redeems these villains, they don't do anything with them really, besides Loki, who got his own series.
And Loki did not be redeemed. Yeah, those are Black Widow. Well, Ghost is not in Black Widow. If U.S. Agent wasn't in Black Widow. Um, yeah, the problem with some of the movies, like the Marvels, when they introduced Kamala in the Marvels and Photon, you had to watch the Disney Plus shows that they were in when they first got introduced, and I think a lot of people were lost. Well, actually, I don't think a lot of people lost because a lot of people did not see the Marvels.
But you know, for the most part, they just are lost. They don't really have anything to do. They're like, ah, glad you're not so evil anymore. See ya. And they're like, what? What am I gonna
Yeah,
do?
and they're doing that with
All right. So,
Agatha too. They're going to do that with Agatha. They're going to make Agatha a redeemable character, aren't they? That was a different Loki. Oh, but TJ, they redeemed both Lokis. If you think about it, Loki was here to try to kill that Loki that was trying to pretend, trying to trick Thanos and kill Thanos, but Thanos did not buy it. Thanos did not see through his ruse, did not buy his bullshit, and eventually choked him to death. And then the Loki that was from the 2012 Avengers movies redeemed himself in the TVA with the TVA. So both Lokis kind of redeemed himself if you think about it. No, no, no. But why is Ghost there? Ghost is not. Ghost wasn't in. I mean, Ghost is not a. That's an Ant-Man and Wasp poster though. So, but I'm saying both Lokis kind of tried to redeem himself. Exactly. Exactly.
so let's talk about characters. Harley Quinn, when she was added to the Suicide Squad, it was quite a controversial choice. It was part of the New 52, and everybody felt it was a prime example at the time of why the New 52 was garbage. She was hooking up.
Actually, people liked her in the Suicide Squad. Okay. I didn't like the New 52 failed, but there was some good stuff. People liked her. Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. Like they both redeemed themselves. Yeah, she's right. Like the New 52 was ass, but there was some good stuff in the New 52. And Harley Quinn was fine in the Suicide Squad. Yeah, like yeah.
Up with a Deadshot, we were all like, what's happening? Although I must say, thanks to David Ayer's movie, and Margot Robbie, she deserves a lot of the credit, even though I think that they just really changed the character of Harley Quinn. But you can't deny, you know, no matter how comic book and animation fans feel about it, it's undeniable that with mainstream audiences, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn put Suicide Squad on the map. And so I think going forward, you always need
It wasn't really a good movie.
a Harley Quinn for a team like this. And sure enough, Feige has one in Yelena, who Florence Pugh is doing a wonderful job bringing to life. Another brutal blonde who's surprisingly funny. Pugh's comedic time.
I'm right, guys. I'm not. I have stuff to say, but if you're not hearing me anything, it's me putting my fingers on my eyes in disappointment with Grace. Harley Quinn, Florence Pugh, Margot Robbie, Lilina Belova, sorry, Harley Quinn. They are not the same. Okay, not the same. Not the same. Okay, okay. Comedic timing. Comedic timing. An haircut would not be an improvement. Exactly. 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 Seriously. Oh.
timing is particularly strong, and as it has been from day one with this character. And she's also an incredibly strong actress, duh, right? And she's really able to sell the emotional core of this film, which again, as I just said, is, these villains are redeemed, but now they feel lost. They're not.
But she was never a villain. What is she? Oh fuck. Okay, she was a riddle. Technically, in the way you could say she was a villain, but she helped. She kind of, she did go after not Bucky, Clint, to get revenge on losing where she thinks what happens to Natasha, not realizing what really happened with Natasha when she sacrificed herself for the Soul Stone. But she did help Natasha bring down the Red Room, and the guy who leads it. She redeemed herself there. And Black Widow, she redeemed herself there. Okay, she doesn't need She doesn't need to be redeemed here. She redeemed herself here. Here, you could tell in that scene, that trailer. That's the beginning of the trailer when she visits Alexei, her adopted dad, right in his garbage house. I mean, not slob-like house, because his house is full of stuff all over his house, right? Here, she feels lost, like she doesn't know what she feels lost. She doesn't feel fulfilled. Like, when you're lost, right? Like, you don't know what's next for you, right? You're in that stage, right? And this is clearly after Hawkeye. That's what this is about. She already was redeemed. She was just an antagonist. Yeah, exactly. Like, Sam is the best. That's the best example. Like, what the fuck? She really kind of redeemed herself, man. Oh. Oh my god, this is making my head hurt. Man. I'm sorry. Man, I think this is the most frustrating I got with Grace in a long ass time.
They have no purpose. They're not being utilized. Yelena
Yeah, she has no purpose, but she really was redeemed.
Really depressed. She's cut off all her hair and given herself Bucky's haircut. When they did this cut,
she's giving herself Bucky's haircut. Yeah. Yeah, TJ.
The trailer, I was like, Buck. Oh no, I thought it was Yelena going into that hearing, but instead it was Buck.
Grace, look at the color of the fucking hair. How can you possibly think that was Yelena going to hearing? Does that hair look blonde to you? Does that look blonde to you? Are you colorblind? Come on, Grace. Come on. That's not blonde hair. You can't tell it. Look. It's actually making me laugh. Yeah, they squashed the beef. Yeah. Yeah, they did. But come on. Seriously, Grace. Does that look blonde to you? If you could easily tell that hair. I mean, look at that. It's not even dark blonde. Some women have dark blonde hair, right? But she has very light blonde hair. Yelena is Rick Flag. Yeah, like, what the hell, man? Are she kidding? Is she like, how does she say that? I don't understand that.
Bucky. I was like, you guys have a couple's haircut.
She wants to ship them. Yeah, I think it's obvious. She wants to ship Yelena and Bucky together. She wants to ship them. Yeah. There we go, guys. She pretty much admits it. She wants. Yelena's, Yelena's sort of. She clearly wants to ship Yelena and Bucky together, right? I think it's obvious. It's obvious. She wants to ship these two together. Man, this is not a good video from her. I'm sorry. It's not good.
half-heartedly doing a mission here, I think is hilarious. And I do suspect that when the movie starts, she's already working for Val and not enjoying it. Because remember, at the end of Black Widow, it was a
I bet you at the beginning. I bet you this scene in the left. I bet you this scene in the barely. They barely met each other, but yeah, I bet you this scene in the bottom left is at the beginning. At the beginning, Grace is a shipper. Yeah, I don't know if she's trolling at all. Here's the thing, though, TJ. Grace, I don't think Grace trolls. I don't think Grace trolls. Honestly, I don't think she's the type that trolls. Or if she is, she's really good at it because you can't tell if she's trolling or not.
established in the end credit scene that she would be working for Val. Also, it said
No. And the after credit scene, it wasn't established she's working for Val. And the after credit scene, it was Val who came up to Yelena with a picture of Clint saying he's responsible for her sister's death. Okay? That was the scene. And eventually they'll work together. But that was the scene from Black Widow. Okay? She lied to him. Well, she lied to him. Yeah, she was a wireless supporter. Her takes are so insane that she sounds like she's trolling. I don't know, man.
that this is Val's assistant in the film. Although some Thunderbolts fans are holding out hope she's going to.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't look anything like Melissa Gold, Mel. Red, if you're still here, that's supposedly might be Songbird.
Maybe turn into Songbird by the end of the movie. Yelena, obviously, I don't think she's having a good time, but she's doing it because she thinks she's doing good. But we'll likely find out that she's not been doing good. And while Val probably thinks it's okay to manipulate villains, like, they deserve it, and who cares, they're broken, what are they going to do about it? Val
they're
will likely
not villains. Man.
she'll find out that it's not okay to do that, right? Hence the tag.
Oh yeah. She's gonna find out. Oh, the villains are gonna turn against Val, like the villains did, like the Suicide Squad did in the Suicide Squad movie when they turned against Amanda Waller. She looks nothing like Songbird. I know.
Tagline: "Careful who you assemble," and it's Val who's doing the assembling. We see Val at a Battle of New York exhibit honoring our heroes, which is obviously meant, I think, for Val to be hiding behind heroes just like Norman Osborn did, but also rubbing it in the face of our anti-heroes that they're not full-on heroes, which the world prefers. So I
Yeah, exactly, Sam.
think that's a nice idea. Yelena brings in her dad. She brings in her Black Widow program sister in Taskmaster. And too bad her mom isn't here as well, as Iron Maiden. While she wasn't so great in the movie, she ended up being a great villain in that fantastic What If season.
But she's not going to have a major role. I think she's in the film.
2 episode where Rachel Weisz returned to voice the character. I'd have plussed Yelena's costume.
Did you like her as Paige, Red? Did you like her as Soraya, too?
To make it a bit more Harley Quinn-esque, to be honest with you.
What?
The character.
What?
I'd have plussed Yelena's costume to make it a bit more Harley Quinn-esque.
What?
To be honest with you.
What? Did you guys just catch that? She wants Yelena's costume to be more Harley Quinn-esque? Grace. Yelena, once again, it's nothing like Harley Quinn. This suits Harley Quinn. That suits Yelena. Harley Quinn is a freaking psychotic clown. Not psychotic as the Joker, but she was dressed like a fucking clown. Okay? What the fuck is she talking about? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What did I just watch there? Stop. Like, what the hell, Grace? Oh my god. Oh my god. That might be one of the most idiotic takes I ever heard her say. What the hell is she? What? What? Well, you want her to make more? You want her to make more like Harley Quinn esque? Where she wears clothing too? The way that what? That doesn't. Grace, never. My advice to Grace: this is why Grace is not going to make a Marvel movie yet. Yeah, we get you have a crush on Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's hot. Let's be honest. Harley Quinn's kind of hot, but like, gotta be honest here. I want to see what she says. I want to see what she says again. I'm gonna get.
White's return to voice the character. I'd have plussed Yelena's costume to make it a bit more Harley Quinn-esque, to be honest with you.
Okay. I wasn't like you guys. I wasn't hallucinating that quote. She really did say that. For a second there, I thought I was hallucinating for a second when she said that. What again? What? What the hell is she talking about? I don't know. I don't think she's trolling, man. TJ, I don't know if she's trolling. That's the thing. I think she believes what she says. Okay, guys, I'm just typing something. I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. I'm back. Grace is doing. No, this ain't trolling. Yeah. Yeah. It could be like that. I agree with you, JFC. I agree with you, fanfic. JFC fanfic. I agree with you. Dude. I was okay, guys. You know what I want? I want to see Yelena put on I want to see Yelena put on makeup over her face. You know, dye her hair blue and pink, or have a bat. You know, dress up like Harley Quinn. I want you to look a little similar to Harley Quinn. That's what I want. Now that's trolling.
To make it a little bit more appealing to the straight male eye.
What? To the main straight male eye? Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know who's in? Do you know? What? What? Guys, I think most of my audience here is male. A female, if you come in. If there's a female watching later on, but this is discretion to the males. I don't think her making look like Harley Quinn is an issue at all, a problem at all. She looks Florence Pugh looks good in that. Fine with that. Okay, she does not need to make herself. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god, she's getting on my nerves. Guys, she looks fine, right? Males in here, she looks fine. Oh my god, there's no fuck.
Everybody loves that stuff. Everybody loves a good costume, to be honest with you. But Florence Pugh is so fantastic. Her personality and comedy is just such a fireball that I hope that is enough anyway.
Oh my god, let's hope she's wrong here. But history on her side when it comes to corporations stealing ideas from each other. Well, DC and Marvel do that all the time. You know, DC and Marvel have done that all the time. So it's not. Yeah, it's true.
I will say the movie is a little short on sex appeal, which has been one of Suicide Squad's main things, male or female. Even Deadpool and Wolverine.
Grace, do you only watch the Marvel movies for sex appeal? Really? Really? Oh my fucking god.
Had sex appeal. So I'm surprised, considering how much beefcake built.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just skipped this.
The MCU. Feige knows about it. I'm surprised that note was not given to these filmmakers. All right, then Bucky.
Oh my god. My god, this woman. It's all she cares about. Yeah, he has a lot. Yeah. Ralph is stressing. Coming from my side. She does have a lot. He does have a lot of yeah, he does, Sebastian Stan. He does.
Is obviously a huge draw here. The metal arm in the dishwasher is a great gag and honestly very relatable. I think we've all washed something that doesn't belong in the dishwasher right?
What did you wash the dishwasher that doesn't belong there?
I popped my humidifier in there once. Don't worry, I ran it again afterwards. But you'll
admit that, please.
Like, how am I going to clean this? And you don't want to have to scrub it. It takes a lot of time. Although, why didn't Wakanda give him some way to clean the arm? All right, what kind of?
Maybe he did clean the arm. Maybe because they have don't they have rivers and lakes in Wakanda? Maybe it's clean. Maybe it's clean water in Wakanda. Maybe he did wash his arm in the arm there. You don't know. You don't know.
What kind of a store are they running over there? I guess the answer is it's not a store. All right, he seems to be onto Val, working on her own. I think he's investigating Val. That's what it looks like to me in this trailer. And he finds out she's assembled her own team. So he goes after them at first, but then maybe he's recruited to join or he volunteers.
Maybe. That's a good point. This is insane. TJ. I know, hey guys, when we do Eric July on my stream, or when I watch Tony, they say really stupid stuff, really stupid stuff. But it's different with Grace, right? With Grace, her stupid stuff is just ridiculous. She's not trying. I don't think she's not trying to grift. That's what I'm saying, right? With lies, I think she really believes what she's saying. With Eric July and Az and all those people, what they say, it's a grift. She's not grifting. I think she really believes what she's saying. Insane mind.
To join to find out what's really going on, right? He puts himself undercover. The big new character is Sentry, who was supposed to be Stephen Yeun. But the rumor is that Marvel was not too pleased that he told friends who he was playing, who then leaked it, and so now it's Bill Pullman's son.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second.
That's who's playing the role.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second, man.
A couple of things coming up. He was in Lessons in Chemistry. He's in the upcoming Salem's Lot movie that's going to debut on Max in just a few weeks.
He does look like his father. I admit, he does look like his father, Bill Pullman. She is sincere. Yeah. Disney version, but she's blinded by. Yeah, maybe. She is sincere. She's real. She's not grifting. She's real. The thing is, when we do Campia, I think what the difference between Grace and Campia is, I think Campia doesn't believe everything he says. But I think Grace does. And I want to ask Blinded that. She's a crazy stan, yes. I want to ask Blinded when he's next on. Do you think Campia believes what he says?
So, his star is on the rise. He had a small role in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, his star is on the rise. Is it because he's a good actor, or is it because he's a Nepto baby?
Don't let this poster fool you. Bob is the most dangerous person on the team, not only because he's the most powerful, but because he has a split personality, a la James McAvoy. He is both a hero and villain in one. He's fighting himself. Stop punching yourself, man. Stop punching yourself. He's going to do the MCU version of that.
Yeah, he's gonna punch himself. Flying at him with a Negan's baseball bat. Oh my god. Yeah, he was Glenn. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. This is hilarious.
In the comics, Robert Reynolds, aka Bob, was given a version of the Super Soldier Serum. Everybody's getting that thing. But his was boosted somehow.
Yeah, I'm getting it too. I'm getting the Super Soldier Serum injected in me, guys. Very soon. Very, very soon.
Right? And sure enough, when you see in this lab, they seem to be working on the Sentry. That's what was happening in this lab. But here, that seems to be researching the logo and hairstyle. Like they're doing market research on what would be the best logo and hairstyle, which is interesting to me. That's very
He clearly volunteered or something. Okay, but scripting for sure. Yeah, I was going to say that. There's a difference between the two. Cambia sounds like he doesn't believe what he's saying is grifting, but Grace, I believes what she says. Believes what she says. And and look, a lot of stuff she says is really ridiculous, but I commend her for actually believing what she says. Commander. I respect her for believing what she says. I mean, like, look at Campia. He shits on a Fantastic Four, but he's like, I'm a Fantastic Four fan. Yeah.
Homelander. And Pullman even looks a little bit like Anthony Starr. I guess maybe when Stephen
He doesn't. He doesn't look like anything like Anthony Starr. Does he look anything like Anthony Starr? Oh my god. I guarantee you $10, guy. I'm not gonna. No, let's not gamble. But I guarantee you, Sentry will act nothing like Homelander. Sentry will act nothing like Homelander. Okay. I guarantee you will act nothing like Homelander. Nothing like Homelander. Grace has those crazy eyes. I wouldn't mind this associated with Disney, but for that I actually need villains, which Disney lacks to build on. Thank you. Yeah, good point. That's true. Grace has crazy eye. And Fish was like a white Egyptian pharaoh meme. But they don't look any similar at all. Cynic. Doesn't even look like, seriously. I agree. She will double down. Yeah, I agree. She will double down. Cabby will double down, but you're right. You're right about that. One day he'll say he'll hate something, and then he was always a fan of that thing. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, Hyperion is like Homelander again. Oh my god. I'm just fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not bad, Red. That's a good pick.
Didn't work out. They decided to just go full-on Homelander ripoff. You know, again, Kevin Feige saw an idea that he thought was...
Why a Homelander ripoff? First of all, who came first? Who came first? Sentry or Homelander? I have no comic book knowledge. I have some comic book knowledge. I read comic books, but I'm not the greatest expert of comic book knowledge. Some with greater comic book knowledge. Who came first? Let me know in the comments below. Sentry or Homelander? Who came first? Who came first? Yeah, you're right, JFC. That's true about her. Who came first, guys? Sentry or Homelander? And you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? If Sentry came first, I would say the boys copied him. Homelander copied him. Oh my god. Do me a favor. If you haven't like, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Please. It's like, she's so dead wrong in this video. What is she talking about?
School and said, yoink! He never gets, everybody, you know, we'll see. So far, so good. You know, I mean, I think it would be hard.
TJ, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Like, you sum it up right there. Sum it up right there. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a good point. She is like that. She is like that. But TJ, that's right there. That summarizes everything, right there. Oh yeah, you should hear about her video game stuff. Oh my god, the one thing her and Capia have in common, when they talk about video games. Oh my fucking god, they're the worst. They're the worst. Oh my god. I mean, they should do a podcast together talking about video games. It'd be like the worst thing ever. They are so bad when they talk of video games. Did she do the Last of Us stuff? Oh my god, she did do the Last of Us. Breakdown Last of Us, didn't she? But I kind of want to do it blinded. If I do the Last of Us stuff, I want to do it blinded. I could be free next week and do it blinded though. Thank you. Sentry comes first. Thank you. To be fair, I think this might be more realistic to happen. Superman with a pace on the boys' current popular show. Yeah. Yeah. Got it from us. Yeah. Like, cease.
Duplicate the magic of Homelander, though. But we'll see. You know, maybe Yelena
here's the thing, though. Homelander is a main character in The Boys for multiple seasons, and their seasons coming up. They're having a final season. Sentry, I don't know how long. I don't know, but the long-term plan for Sentry is. That's the thing. I don't know the long-term plan for Sentry.
Solo mission that we see here, robbing that government lab, is to get ingredients to make Sentry, which would be great because that would make her feel responsible for him, not just for victimizing poor Bob, but also anything bad that he might do as Sentry.
Oh my god, they're really bad. Oh. When I was watching a video of one of his streams the other day, what was he talking about? What video game? What video game? Shit, I forgot. He was talking video games. He mentioned Baldur's Gate is like the best video game of all time. Baldur's Gate 3 is like the best video game of all time. Nah. Baldur's Gate 3 is good, but like seriously.
Sentry, once he was given the power that she enabled him to get. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's a strong emotional hook. In the comics, he's basically Superman, but all we see here is that he seems to be bullet.
But Hyperion is Superman. Oh my fucking god. Bob. Bob. My name is Bob. Oh. Well, here's the thing is about Marvel. When people say Marvel Superman, I don't hear them say Sentry. I hear them say Hyperion. Hyperion of the Vogue Squadron. Exactly, sideways. When people talk Marvel and they want to compare characters from Marvel to DC and they say, "Oh, Marvel's Superman," Hyperion. I hear Hyperion, not Sentry and Gladiator. Yeah, not Sentry. I haven't heard one person say Sentry is like Superman. Okay, I think Grace might be the first. I haven't fucking heard that. Okay, I can easily say Black Adam is like Superman. Black Adam's basically bulletproof, has fast speed, can fly, super speed, all this shit. Come on. Let Bob be a heroin addict. They can do drugs. They can do drugs. They can let him do drugs in the MCU, man. Why not? Why not? They're not afraid to show ass. Why not? Why not show drugs?
Proof. Rumor has it he'll actually be very comics. I like that a lot. That's a strong emotional hook. In the comics, he's basically Superman, but all we see here is that he seems to be bulletproof. Rumor has it.
Bulletproof. Bulletproof. You do realize Superman is not the only character in DC that's bulletproof, right? Supergirl. I'm pretty sure Black Adam might be bulletproof, but they're not. Superman is not the only character that's bulletproof in DC, right? Does she know that? Because I don't think she knows that. Not even that universe of Superman, if she compared this character to, there's more. It's possible. It is quite possible. They might mix the two. It's quite possible. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to show them using drugs. They should be anal about it, man. They should not be anal about it, man. No, you know what? Show them I'm doing drugs. What's wrong with him doing heroin and cocaine in the PG-13 movie? Why? Because of teenagers and kids? Oh, kids are gonna watch this movie? If Agatha is willing to have ass in the first episode, you can show fucking drugs, okay? And yeah, exactly. Icarus felt like Superman. And the thing is, they joked about that in Eternals. They joked about the fact that Icarus is like Superman. Remember? They joked about that in Eternals. The kid, the adopted kid of I forgot his name. The other Eternals. Remember that? They even joked about that.
He'll actually be very comics accurate by the end of this movie. And on that note, if he's going to get a cape, I don't think he'd have a cape if he couldn't fly. So expect him to take off. The villain half of him is called.
You don't necessarily need a cape to fly. If you could fly. The cape looks cool, okay? But there's some characters that don't. I mean, yeah. We're forgetting about Eternals. People don't really talk about Eternals because of how bad it is. But Icarus is a perfect example where, yeah, he's like Superman. Yeah, exactly.
The Void in the comics and has a totally different set of powers. And we'll see if the MCU goes that far. It would be expensive. It's a totally different set of powers. It would be different.
It'll be expensive. It's not like Disney is not forgetting about, Yeah, it was. That was what they were trying to do. They were not really with Eternals. They were not really trying to make a Marvel film. They even kind of admit that, like, it was a very, very different style of film, not a typical Marvel film. Forgot about it, Chris.
Difficult, it would be complex to explain. And as we also know at this point, Kevin Feige likes to keep it simple. I think just making him mentally unstable, so you never know if you're dealing with a hero or a villain, which is kind of like makes him the poster child or the poster man of the Thunderbolts, right? You don't know if they're heroes or villains either. I think that would be enough. All right, so who's left? You got to have Red Guardian because he fleshes out Yelena's character emotionally, and David Harbour is very funny. Bring on the dad bod. He's great.
Bring on the dad bod? Oh my fucking God.
His line, bulletproof-ish. I thought that was nice. And it makes sense that Yelena would want to bring in people that, she felt she could trust that were hers. And Ghost potentially brings some great action sequences, not only for herself, but it seems maybe she can lend her tech out, like Elena seems to be using it. But then how does the gravity seem to change on Yelena, right? Maybe that's a dream. We'll find out. Anyway, Joss Whedon, I know, but he wrote a comic. He wrote, Joss Whedon, back in the day, before we knew what a disgusting yucko he was, he wrote an X-Men comic. That's one of the things he did. And he did some really cool fight sequences for another intangible superhero, Kitty Pryde, a.k.a. Shadowcat. Great moves. So, and I'm sure Kevin Feige has read those comics. So, although these days, apparently he's telling people who work for him they don't have to read the comics. This is the man who gave comics to Hugh Jackman. All right, I hope he gave these comics to this creative team. So Ghost has a lot of potential for action sequences, although that would totally undercut Shadowcat when and if she ever arrives in the MCU. We'd be like, oh, we already have one of you.
But Grace! Grace! You can have more than one person that's able to phase through walls in a universe. God fucking Lord. Are you telling me you're only allowed one person to phase through walls in the universe? Are you only allowed that? You can't have multiple? Come on, Grace. Come on. Stop being neural-minded there.
U.S. Agent and Taskmaster. Again, this is who I'd have subbed in Zemo and Songbird for, or other more villainous MCU.
No, but U.S. Agent makes sense here. Taskmaster, to me, he could have replaced with Zemo.
Characters. I'm not feeling these two. I guess it is cool to see Captain America-style moves in the film. I understand what they're going for, but Wyatt Russell just seems so low energy. I know your character's supposed to be depressed, Wyatt, but you don't have to bring the whole movie down with you. It's called nuance. And Russell just seems very small screen to me. He doesn't seem like a movie actor. You might be like, give him a chance. I am giving him a chance, but so far I'm not impressed. As for
Are you seriously? You know why Russell's been in a bunch of movies and TV shows? Relax. First of all, Grace, a lot of movie actors are on streaming shows. Like, a lot of movie actors are doing HBO, Amazon, Netflix. It's not sacrilegious. It's not blasphemy for like movie stars to do TV now, especially streaming. It used to be, but now it isn't, right? TV used to be the gateway for actors and actresses to get to the next level, to become a movie star back in the day. But now it's the opposite direction now. Well, actually, it's not the opposite direction. It's just not a demotion anymore. Okay? It's not a demotion anymore to star in TV shows, streaming series. It's not a demotion anymore. Monarch, yeah, exactly. His own father was a Monarch too. Like, that's not, like, come on. Okay? And Grace, obviously you're not going to rebuttal me. Don't say, oh, streaming shows don't count. You can't say streaming shows and TV shows don't count. They do fucking count. They're part of one. Okay? I'm putting them part of one group. Sorry, she's wrong on that. She's fucking wrong on that.
As for Taskmaster, well, of course I understand her connection to Yelena from the Black Widow movie. Do any of us really care?
No.
The character just did not end up working out. And her action sequences, she doesn't seem to have the same physical presence that she did in the Black Widow movie. I guess they changed stunt people to who were playing the character. And I think mimicking characters' physical moves is just not that exciting. It's not going to move the needle. It's not like she's mimicking powers like Rogue can do, right? Although there are no flashy powers here to mimic either. Like, if only they'd thought ahead and put X-23 on this team instead.
Billy?
Wouldn't that have been great? Maybe that'll be an end credit scene.
Why? She doesn't fit. I mean, these characters don't, in my opinion, don't fit the Thunderbolts. But Laura Kinney does not fit this either. Like, Laura Kinney doesn't. Oh my fucking god, X-23. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. I think this is the most frustration Grace has made me, man. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to
the
laugh.
MCU in Deadpool and Wolverine. Although I must say,
Blinded was right. And I'm gonna tell him that. Yeah, I know, Red. I know.
Daphne Keane is very good at an action sequence herself, as we saw not only in Deadpool and Wolverine, but also in The Acolyte. Daphne Keane and Florence Pugh have a very similar dynamic. They would maybe potentially cancel each other out. So I'd have to screen test them to see if they would.
Didn't you have to explain the multiverse stuff? Because she's not in a fucking universe as these characters. She's not in the same universe, man.
Work well together. So that's my breakdown of our first official look at the MCU Thunderbolts. It's basically Yelena's movie. And in that regard, I think it's excellent.
I didn't know it was Elena's movie.
It's very, very strong.
The movie's called Thunderbolts. It's not called Elena.
Very strong showcase for Florence Pugh as this character. Pew pew. I cannot resist doing it. What do you think? Too. How does the movie look to you?
My god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. You know, the only thing I agreed with her on this stream is right at the last minute, and that was her take on Taskmaster. I think that's the only thing I agreed with her was Taskmaster. That's it. It's Taskmaster. That's it. Everything else, it was just outrageous. Nothing there for me to agree on. It's just her stuff for what she was saying. It's like it doesn't make sense. And I think she's reaching here. I don't know what she expects this movie to be, but like, I'm sorry, like, no, man, Grace, nah. No. Here's the thing. When you on my streams, I tell blind all the time. When you say if you don't like a story idea or a movie idea, and you read about whose characters are going to be in it, and you suggest this idea, and you talk about, oh, they should bring this character in. Give me an idea how you bring that character. How? And how that character would fit. This will say, yeah, we should bring in this character. But how would that character fit? How would you bring him in? Bring him and her in. She just wants Suicide Squad with Disney. And guys, I got to end it here anyway, guys. It's midnight. Man, where I am. But thank you for all coming in. That was a great stream. I admit, I was frustrated with the stream, kind of like the Air July streams. But I admit it was actually a fun stream. Grace is, when next time I talk to Blinded, I'm going to tell him, like, Blinded, you're right. And if Blind does catch a stream later on replay or whatever, he'd be like, told you so. Told you so. Because this is a horrible breakdown. Horrible breakdown. Yeah. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I might do some DC stuff tomorrow. I hope it's not, if it's Birds of Prey, this movie's gonna be shit. So I plan to do something tomorrow, and I plan to do the Pig One after show Sunday night. But I think she did do Last of Us breakdown. Let me see if she did the Last of Us breakdown. Yeah. Oh no, she did not. Or did she do that as a? No, she did it as a stream. She did it on a stream. So, but I want to do it blinded. So I got the Last of Us breakdown from her. I want to do that blinded on a stream. So I gotta talk to Blind. He says he's more free next week, so I'll talk to Blind about that. So I'll probably do something DC this weekend. Probably won't be big as this. Then I'll find something to do Tuesday. Thank you, TJ. Anytime you guys want on, hit me up. Tony's always on. TJ, you guys are always on. But yeah, guys, thank you. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Yeah.